Statewide, revenue sharing is the second biggest source of general fund revenue, and this diversion is having a significant impact on our community's ability to offer services we need to attract and retain residents and businesses. Michigan cannot be strong economically without strong communities. Governor, I believe you recognize the strategic economic importance of our communities and would like to know how your plan can reverse this long-standing pattern of disinvestment. I thank you for your budget presentation today, for the 3% increase in revenue sharing and the $30 million that's been allocated towards it. But this is over a 20-year disinvestment in revenue sharing, and wondered if you'd had a moment in your busy schedule to talk about the next 20 years and how we can recapture those revenue sharing dollars.
Thank you, Pat. So Pat was my mentor when I was a freshman legislator. And I learned from the best, and I appreciate your leadership, and I appreciate the spirit of the question. You know, there's no question that we've been not living up to the promise of revenue sharing for a long time. Just like all these other things that we've been disinvesting in, right? For 40 years. We had such great, sound budgeting, solid infrastructure. We used to invest in ourselves. And for the last 40 years, and as I've said, this is not criticizing a party or a person, because this is 40 years in the making. Everyone's culpable in this who was making decisions. For the last 40 years, we've not made those investments. And so we've nickeled and dimed throughout the state budget in terms of not living up to the promise of revenue sharing and watching it dwindle, in terms of not paying for the roads, or in terms of not funding our kids' education. We have been doing this for a long time in coming. And that's why I believe that the real key to solving the problems that I highlighted in this budget, but the real key to putting us on sound financial footing so we can go forward from here and talk about how do we make up some of that ground, is by getting this done now. In one gubernatorial term, the price tag of roads annually will be increased by $1 billion if we do nothing different. It's $2.5 billion today. It's $3.5 billion in just 4 years from now if we don't start fixing this now. And so, Pat, to your question, I understand how important revenue sharing is for our local units of government. I've always supported making revenue sharing a priority in the state budget. And as I try to address our infrastructure mess, you're going to benefit at the local level when I do that too. But I think the real benefit long-term here is when we have sound accounting principles, when we're actually raising money, spending it where it's supposed to go. It's going to put us in a better position to actually make that investment revenue sharing that we should have been making all along.